87% of people who try shadowboxing quit after the first week. Why? Because they feel like they are just awkwardly flailing in their living room air punching with zero clue what they're actually doing. Sound familiar? If that's you, then you absolutely need to stick around. Because in the next 15 minutes, I'm not just giving you a workout, I'm handing you the only routine that truly transforms that clumsy movement into razor-sharp fight-ready technique. Guaranteed. We're talking about building real skills, not just breaking a sweat. Section 1. The problem nobody talks about. Let's be honest. Most shadowboxing tutorials out there are pretty basic, aren't they? They'll give you a simple 3-punch combo and then tell you, okay, now just keep moving. That's like handing someone the keys to a Ferrari, showing them the steering wheel and saying, drive, without ever mentioning the engine, the brakes, or, the actual roads. You end up looking busy, sure, but you're mostly just going nowhere fast. What's the point? You burn energy, maybe get a little cardio, but you don't actually improve your fighting game. That's a problem. And today, we're going to fix it once and for all. We're going to bridge that gap between mindless movement and purposeful practice. Section 2. Who I am and why you should care now. I'm not some YouTube athlete who only shadowboxes for camera clicks and likes. My resume speaks a little differently. I've personally trained for professional fighters who are now competing under those bright, intimidating lights, and I still corner amateur boxers every single weekend. I see what works, and more importantly, I see what doesn't. I've watched this exact routine take a 38-year-old accountant, someone with absolutely zero prior background in combat sports, from barely being able to stand in a stance to sparring confidently and intelligently in just 8 weeks. Think about that for a second. If you dedicate the next quarter hour to this, you'll walk away with the very same blueprint that changed his game. That's a promise. Section 3. The 3 pillars of a perfect shadowboxing foundation. Every truly great fighter stands on an unbreakable foundation, and this routine builds yours on 3 critical pillars. Master these, and you'll see a difference you didn't think was possible. Pillar 1. Footwork that lies. Most people mistakenly think stance is just about having your feet shoulder width apart. Right. Wrong. That's a static stance. And boxing is anything but static. Your heels should barely kiss the canvas, always ready to lift. They should whisper, never shout, floating just enough that a piece of paper could easily slide under them. This isn't just a fancy trick. That micro-hover keeps you incredibly agile, ready to explode in any direction without giving away your intentions. Think of it like this. If your opponent can see your weight shift dramatically before you move, they've already got a read on you. That's telegraphing, and it's a killer in the ring. Good footwork helps you control distance, create angles, and remain balanced, making you a much harder target. Pillar 2. Punches that travel through the target, not just to it. Don't just aim your fist at an imaginary opponent. Imagine your fist popping out the back of a heavy bag that isn't even there. This mental extension is crucial. It adds incredible snap and power to your punches without forcing speed, which often leads to sloppy technique. When you punch through your target, you engage your entire kinetic chain, from your feet rotating, through your hips, core, and shoulders, all the way to your knuckles. This ensures your combos stay tight, impactful, and, perhaps most importantly, prevents your shoulders from burning out after just a few thrown punches. You're maximizing efficiency, not just effort. Pillar 3. Defense on a heartbeat rhythm. Slips and rolls aren't isolated, jerky movements you bolt on after an attack. They're fluid, integrated defenses that should feel as natural as breathing. Think of them as the same rhythmic exhale you use when you duck under a low doorway, or the natural rhythm of your own heartbeat. Sync your defensive movements to your breath. Inhale as you set up a punch, and then exhale sharply as you slip or roll away from an imaginary counter. This isn't just about oxygen. It builds muscle memory that makes your guard automatic, instinctive, and incredibly efficient. Your body becomes a natural defender, moving with an innate rhythm that conserves energy and keeps you safe. Section 4. The warm-up that primes the machine. Alright, let's get the engine running. We're going for 2 minutes here, and every second counts towards prepping your body and mind. Start with a light jog in place. I'm talking knees barely leaving the floor, just enough to get your blood flowing without spiking your heart rate too soon. This gentle cardio helps increase your heart rate and loosen your muscles, getting them ready for action. Every 4th beat, pop a double jab, slow, precise, nose level with those elbows tucked in. This isn't about power yet. It's about telling your nervous system, hey, we're about to throw hands, but keeping things conversational. It's a neurological cue, waking up those fast twitch fibers. After a minute of that, shake your arms out completely for 15 seconds. Then, 30 seconds of slow, deliberate shoulder rolls, forward and backward. This helps lubricate your shoulder joints and improve mobility, crucial for those powerful punches we're about to throw. And just like that, we're live. Section 5, Round 1. The foundation rewind clock's ticking for 3 minutes. We're starting with the absolute basics, the jab cross. But here's the game-changing twist, and where our footwork pillar comes alive. After every cross, you're going to micro-step to the outside. Your rear heel should land precisely where your front toes just were. You're not just punching, you're subtly cutting an angle, repositioning yourself without even thinking about it. This creates openings and makes you harder to hit. You're doing this at a deliberate 50% speed. We're not racing here, we're wiring the pattern into your muscle memory. Focus on the smooth transfer of weight, the pivot, and the precise landing of that rear heel. This is about building a new habit, not just getting tired. Section 6, Round 2. The invisible slip rope, still 3 minutes on the clock. We're building on that last combo. Same jab cross, but now imagine an invisible rope, waist high, swinging at you right after you land that cross. Your mission, slip under it. This forces you to drop your hips, not just your head, which is huge. Anyone who has ever eaten a counter because they bobbed like a pigeon knows exactly what I am talking about. From that low, slipped position, you'll come up into a lead hook, then pivot out. This drill teaches you to evade and counter in one fluid motion, embedding essential defensive reflexes. It's about making your body move as a single, coordinated unit. Section 7, Round 3. Pressure cooker mode. Okay, time to turn up the dial. This round is where we push past comfort. 30 seconds of non-stop jab cross slip hook, then 15 seconds at double speed. Repeat that sequence until the bell rings. Your quads should definitely be talking to you right about now. That lactic acid building up. That's the price of entry for muscle memory that actually works when you re-gassed out in a real situation. You're training your body to maintain form under duress. If you feel your form start to break down, it's okay. Slow down, reset, refocus, but keep those feet moving. Don't stop. This isn't just physical endurance, it's mental fortitude. Section 8, Round 4, Southpaw Ghost now. For something a little different, but incredibly effective. Switch your stance. Even if you're a lifelong orthodox fighter and never plan to fight Southpaw, dedicating one round to your mirror stance rewires your balance and coordination faster than any ladder drill ever could. Throw the exact same combo sequence we've been practicing. You're probably going to feel like a baby giraffe trying to walk for the first time, and that's a good thing. That neural confusion equals adaptation. It forces your brain to create new pathways, improving your overall athleticism and body awareness. Plus, the next time you spar an actual Southpaw, you won't panic. You'll have a foundational understanding of their angles and movements because you've lived it, even if just for 3 minutes. Section 9, Round 5. Head movement chess. This round is all about strategy and precision. For the first 10 seconds, I want you to close your eyes. Visualize an opponent throwing a jab directly at your face. Really see it. Now, open your eyes. Slip outside that imaginary jab, and immediately counter with a cross to the asterisk body asterisk. Yes, the body. Most people shadowbox and headhunt, but we're training accuracy downstairs, because that's where fights are often won. Body shots deplete your opponent's energy, slow them down, and open up their head for later shots. For the rest of the round, keep your eyes open, but make sure every single combo you throw includes at least one body shot. It could be a jab to the head, cross to the body, or a hook to the body, then a cross to the head. Mix it up. You're not just punching, you're playing chess with your imaginary opponent's midsection. Section 10, Round 6. Flash finish. Alright, final 3 minutes. This is your chance to bring it all together. Pick one combo you absolutely love. Maybe it's that jab cross hook roll cross you've been perfecting, and try to throw it cleaner, sharper, and more fluidly with each single repetition. Think of it like signing your name. You write the same letters every time, but with practice it becomes smoother, more distinctive, and effortless. By the final 30 seconds, you should hear your breath in perfect sync with your punches, a quiet, powerful rhythm that signals you're not just working out, you're in the flow. This is where the art meets the science, and you feel truly connected to the movement. Section 11, Active Recovery Talk Through. Drop your hands, walk around, catch your breath. This is the moment most people switch off and start thinking about their next meal. Don't. Instead, use this crucial time to cement your win and accelerate your learning. Ask yourself, out loud if you can, which pillar felt weakest today? Was it my footwork, my punch extension, or my defense? Whisper the answer. Hearing your own voice articulate that feedback actually helps lock it into your brain, creating a powerful self-correction loop. This isn't self-criticism, it's deliberate practice. Next session, guess what? You start with that weak pillar, turning it into a strength. Section 12, the cool down that locks it in. We're not just stopping, we're sealing in all that hard work. Start with a simple toe touch, flat back, breathe deeply into those hamstrings for 30 seconds. Feel that stretch. Then rotate your arms like you're swimming slow motion freestyle, big, deliberate circles, forward and backward. This helps flush out lactic acid and maintain shoulder mobility. Finish with gentle neck circles, because, as any fighter knows, a knockout punch often comes from the angle you didn't look at. This whole cool down takes 2 minutes max, but but it's vital. It helps to realign your joints, reduce stiffness, and minimize soreness, ensuring that tomorrow you're sore, not sorry. If you're still with me, congratulations. You just completed more purposeful, effective shadowboxing than 90% of people who even own a pair of gloves. That's a big deal. Do me a favor, smash that like button so the algorithm knows that real training, real technique, and real improvement matter. And drop pillar in the comments. Tell me which of the 3 pillars, footwork, extension, or defense you need to tighten up the most. I'll be reading every single one. Section 13, common mistakes, while the sweat dries while you're toweling off. Let's talk about a few common traps that can derail your shadowboxing progress. Avoiding these is just as important as doing the drills correctly. Asterisk. Mistake 1. Throwing 100% power. This is a classic rookie error. Shadowboxing isn't about knockouts. It's about reps, refinement, and rhythm. Trying to throw every punch with maximum power will exhaust you quickly, lead to sloppy form, and can even cause injuries. It also reinforces bad habits like pushing punches rather than snapping them. Save the heavy bag for ego-driven power shots. In shadowboxing, focus on speed, precision, and perfect technique. The power will come naturally as your form improves. Mistake 2. Frozen feet. If your sneakers could leave actual footprints on the canvas, you're planted too long. Good footwork is dynamic and constant, even if it's just a subtle bounce or a micro-adjustment. Stationary feet make you a sitting duck, predictable and vulnerable. Remember, pillar 1, your heels should be whispering. If you're not moving, you're not truly shadowboxing. Practice constant, light movement, shifting your weight, and making small pivots. Mistake 3. No facial intention or jaw tension. Many people completely neglect their face and jaw, letting it hang loose or clenching it up. Tension in your jaw actually creeps into your neck and shoulders, which then slows down your hands. It's a kinetic chain of inefficiency. Instead, keep your eyebrows relaxed but your jaw slightly tucked, as if you're ready to absorb an impact but not actively bracing. Your eyes should be focused, visualizing that opponent. Don't look down, keep your chin tucked but your gaze forward. This seemingly small detail significantly impacts your overall relaxation and speed. Mistake 4. Shadowboxing without intention. Just throwing random punches into the air without a goal is a waste of time. It leads to sloppy habits and doesn't build transferable skills. Every punch, every movement should have a purpose. Are you working on footwork, a specific combo, head movement, visualizing an opponent? Be deliberate with your practice. Mistake 5. Dropping your hands. Once you throw a punch, your hand needs to snap back to your guard immediately. Letting your hands drop after a punch leaves you wide open for a counter. In shadowboxing, there's no real threat, so it's easy to get lazy. Don't reinforce good habits by always bringing your hands back to protect your chin and temples. Section 14. Scaling the routine forever. This routine is designed to grow with you. It's not a one and done. It's a framework. Beginner. Start simple. Do rounds 1 and 2. Take a 30-second rest between them and call it a day. Focus intensely on perfect form and the feeling of those first 2 pillars. Don't rush. Consistency is key. Once those feel comfortable, add round 3. Intermediate. You're ready for more. Try adding light ankle weights for rounds 3 and 5. This cheats gravity a little, making your movements feel incredibly fast and light when you take them off for fight night or sparring. You could also extend the rounds to 4 or 5 minutes, or shorten the rest periods. Focus on linking the rounds together seamlessly. Advanced. Push yourself. Incorporate visualization of specific opponents or scenarios during rounds 3, 5, and 6. Add resistance bands to your hands for explosive power. Experiment with different footwork patterns and advanced defensive maneuvers like the Demeter shift or peekaboo sidestep. Traveling, no problem. In a hotel room with no timer, count to 100 purposeful punches instead of 3 minutes. The skeleton of this routine stays the same. Only the load, the intensity, and your mental engagement change. It's infinitely adaptable. I just gave you the only shadowboxing routine you'll ever need. A blueprint for real, tangible improvement. But here's the harsh truth. It dies on the vine without reps. It needs *U* to bring it to life. Save this video, run through this routine 3 times this week, then come back and tell me how your sparring partner started asking, what got into you? You ready for the next level? The link to my footwork mastery video is popping up right now. Click it, and I'll see you on the other side. Let's get to work.